Thessaloniki summit. I had the honor to join this meeting day one. I think it is a very important meeting for the city, for the region, and for Greece. And I'm very delighted that even after this terrible flood that cancelled the event on the original day, you found a way to make it happen. This is important because it is very important, this event, to grow roots here and have a continuity that will help the region to show to the rest of the world the opportunities that Thessaloniki and Macedonia can offer around the world. Having said that, in order to answer to your question, Greek labor market, labor force is in a very strange condition. If you see the figures, we have 10.8% unemployment rate. This is our best performance in the last 15 years. I had before some days I had unfortunately a public dispute with my colleague, the labor minister of Spain, Mrs. Diaz, and today I have a very big interview in the biggest newspaper in Spain, El Mundo, about that. Greece started some years ago much higher than Spain in unemployment rate. Now we're much lower than Spain, and our rhythm is going even lower as time passes by. The predictions are very good. But even though that we have this 10.8 unemployment rate, the strange thing is that whoever comes to my office, even the company presents people from the agriculture sector, from the constructions, from the industry, even from the tourist sector, the only real request they have from my ministry is to approve people that will come to work in Greece from abroad. And especially, what I mean abroad, third non-European countries, because from European countries there is no any license. So it is strange that the pressure for import labor force is so heavy, and at the same time our unemployment rate still is 10.8%. In order to fight this, we recently voted a labor law reform which is in a much more liberal direction, that give the opportunity to employees to work in a more flexible way and earn more money for that, and to the businesses to attract and recruit more people for their business from our own internal labor force. And we will continue in this path of reforming as fast as we can. We don't have time to lose. We have not only to keep, but to increase our competitiveness from the other countries, because world economy is growing very fast and we have to be very competitive. European economies are going toward even to a recession. I hope I will be wrong, but a slowdown for sure is there in the economy. Greece doesn't have the luxury of a recession at all. The Minister of Finance, that was a very close friend of mine, to be honest, Mr. Hatzidakis, has the responsibility and the stress that our economy has to still grow fast in order to keep all our promises to our lenders and to the program. So we have to go fast to reforms, and we will do. We will deliver, because we believe in the real strength of this country, and And I'm very proud that in the last years I was Minister of Development and Investment. We had our all-time high record in attracting FDIs, and now as Minister of Labour, successing Mr. Hatzidakis, that we are decreasing our employment rate in a fast manner. We would like even faster, but we still go rapidly down. And to say something about the city and the region, Thessaloniki was one of the biggest places, the most important places that we attract FDIs during the last period. It is a city that is changing itself very fast. Next year the metro will operate. That will change the life in the city at all. Flyover is starting its construction in the next month, which will be the biggest civil road in Greece, and very fast. The new TIF, and this big project in the center of the city, is maturing in order to start as fast as possible. The port is growing itself in a very fast manner. So this city provides a lot of opportunities and will provide in the future, and this is the reason some of the investment I was working in my last cabinet, Pfizer, Deloitte, Cisco, Accenture, Trump, etc., Demos came in this city because they are looking to the future of this city that will be bright, and the region around the city still has a lot of way to grow and produce new jobs.
Excellent. Thank you very much for those words. I'm going to ask you one very brief question. Why are Greek companies looking abroad for their employees?
It's very difficult to find labor force, not only in Greece, but in general in Europe, not for high executive places, but for just laborers, untrained laborers. There's a big lack in this area. As I understand, this is a pressure to Italy, to Spain, even to northern countries a lot. I will give you an example. 2 years ago in Greece, we had 600,000 workers, Albanian origin, in the country. That came early 90s, and they became a part of our society. More than 200,000 of them left Greece in the last 2 years, not to Albania, but to Spain and Italy, because also these countries have the need of more foreign labor. It is a pan-European problem.
Right. Okay. Alex was really commentary and appeal on government policy and how the government is supporting fintech, but also innovation and startups in general. So from what you heard, what are your comments?
I have to get a little bit to my previous job to answer. First of all, thank Alex for all the good words you said for the improvement of the business environment in Greece. I think the last 4 years we made a huge difference, and this is the reason our economy started working much better, but of course we have a lot more to do. In the startup area, we have voted a lot of law with significant incentives in order to make a startup company successful. We made, under my leadership in the Ministry of Development and Investment, the Elevate Greece platform that helped and financed more than 700 startups in Greece in the last 2 years, which was very strange in the beginning. When we entered in the office, nobody even had thought what a startup means. And of course, we care about fintech industry. I have just to remind you that the first Greek unicorn was a fintech company, Viva Wallet. So Greece proved itself with a lot of talent in a very competitive market. Who would believe that JP Morgan would come to invest in a Greek fintech company $1 billion and say that Viva's wallet platform was the best platform in the world. JP Morgan's, not words, decision in order to put all this money. So yes, we have a lot of talent. Having said that, it's not always easy to take decisions in order to attract investments. I will give you an example. We want to transform our country to a brain gain country. In the last 10 years, we lost a lot of people that went to find better jobs abroad. This is not bad in principle, because these people that went abroad at that time couldn't find job in Greece, so it decreased the unemployment in Greece at that period, that the problem was high. And from the other hand, these people working abroad, they took more skills, they learned how other more progressed economies works. So if we manage to attract them back, we will not only attract the people that left, but we will attract a better quality labor force than we had before. So this is a very big bet for the country. It's not easy because we still have bottlenecks on that. For example, the biggest bottleneck we have is that social contribution in Greece is much higher than this is in my current job now, it's much higher than the European average social contribution payments. And this makes a strange thing. If you get the same salary in Greece from a big company and the same salary in one other European countries, the money that will enter your pocket in Greece is less. So this is a big competitive disadvantage. It's not easy to change it because you have to find the balance between the sustainability of the pension system from the other hand, that it's maybe the most crucial factor for an economy. If your pension system falls, the whole economy falls, nothing can stand. So, but we're working on that. We're going to decrease early next year 1% more the social contribution payments. We have already decreased it as a government 4%, we will reach 5%, and we are working in a plan for the future that maybe will give us a much bigger fiscal ground to go even faster to that direction. So yes, Greece is a fantastic country for someone to live, but Alex, you are a good example. You were born in Thessaloniki. I'm Macedonian also. My origin is from Amindo, from Florina. But I have to tell you, and I'm not saying just to be held polite in the city, I really believe that Thessaloniki is the best place to live.
It is.
The best. The food is fantastic. Nightlife is more than fantastic in any various aspect you can imagine. The environment around is fantastic. The beaches are fantastic. The people are very polite and very fun and good to be around. It's a city with a right scale. It's not too huge, but not too small. I mean, it's a fantastic place to live. But a person like Alex decided to go to Cyprus. I have to comment on that. An export for the Greek state, but not an export for Hellenism. So okay, it's okay you are in Cyprus. But we have to find a way to bring Alex back. We are working on that. We cannot finish the job in 24 hours, but the directions we follow, in 2 or 3 years from now, in the 2 or 3rd from now Thessaloniki summit, Alex will announce that I came back to live in Thessaloniki. This is the main goal.
I will be very glad to announce that.
And we will deliver.
Fantastic.
Because this is a very big bet for the country and for the economy. Not only for the society, for the society and for the nation, for sure, but for the economy. And if we manage to attract Alex back, we will be able to be much more competitive in the digital nomad area. I will say only one thing to finish and not take your time. We are working very hardly and in infrastructure, hard infrastructure in internet lines in Greece, some very big investments have been announced, and from Nova, and from Cosmote, and from Vodafone in this area in our country. There is a very strong cooperation with Amazon Web Services for a very important network in Greece. And we will provide in the next years very speedy, very fast internet lines, which is the first key factor to attract digital nomads, because if the internet is slow, I don't mean to have it fast in Athens or in Thessaloniki, you have to have it fast in the islands, because a digital nomad, maybe he would like to come to live in Greece in an island, and maybe a far island. If you provide him there the right conditions, he will sure come. It's much better working from a beautiful Greek island than from Northern Europe that is always cloudy and stormy. I don't have anything against Northern Europe. I love Northern Europe. They're my friends. But let's be honest, Greece is more shiny and more relaxed to live in. So one of the visions our government has for Greece, for the future, beyond all other kinds of investments, we believe that this far distance economy through internet that is building day by day, that COVID-19 crisis increased the speed to this direction, and in the decades will come, it will follow for sure. We think that Greece could be transformed to something like Florida of the United States of European Union. And of course the new leader of Syriza will know that better since he was living in Miami. So we understand that in a more capitalist way, even with the opposition party now, and find ways to do it faster.
You could have resisted that final comment if you'd really tried, I'm sure.
I couldn't.
Okay.